Hello again, everyone. Edwin Learnard back once again. In this YouTube astrological segment, I'm going to be talking about transit Saturn conjunct one's natal Uranus. Now, when we're talking about transits that involve Saturn, they can be about restrictions, limitations, structure, discipline, responsibility, and laborious work and efforts. Now, when we're talking about transit Saturn conjoining one's natal Uranus, well, this could manifest in restrictions, limitations, gaining structure, discipline, responsibility, and laborious efforts. It could be in matters pertaining to freedom and independence. It could be trying to gain your freedom and independence might be more of an arduous task than you anticipated. If this falls, say, in the fourth house, it could be as far as your home life or getting away from your maybe a family situation and just being by yourself in your own residence. It could also be matters connected with your goals and aspirations. It could be just simply gaining structure and discipline in them, having more consistency in the pursuit of these goals and aspirations. Say if this falls in Scorpio, those goals and aspirations can be connected with locksmithing or surgery, the occult, which can include astrology, criminal investigation, forensics, recycling. Um, it's also about really, you might feel that at this time that your future may feel like inhibited or restricted at this time. Maybe there's some obligation towards someone or something that might be causing some delay in terms of your progress in this. And also, too, Uranus can be connected with friendships as well. So it could be a time you might simply be finding making older friends at this time, but you might be keeping, gaining more structure in terms and discipline in terms of your friendships and really consistency in them, but it may limit them as well, which may not always be bad because it might just simply be about having the ones that are more significant in your life scheme at this time as opposed to the ones that maybe you're not really don't play much of an important role, you're not really close with. Remember, Saturn a lot of times will just eliminate what's frivolous, what is actually the ones that things that are trivial, and it gets you to concentrate and focus on the more significant things. At least I see it like that. And thing too is also too, this is about, I mean, Uranus can be about rebellion as well. So it might be a time where Saturn can be karmic, so it could be paying the price, facing repercussions for some kind of rebellious behavior. If this is something, if you've exhibited some kind of rebellion, whether it's from family or what have you, and it's gone on for a certain period of time, it's been protracted. This might be the time where it might be time to pay up for that, basically. Also, too, this could also be about more responsibility, maybe toward ingenuity. It might just simply be bringing some just general ingenuity out if you haven't really expressed it. Um, this and it doesn't necessarily mean like making an innovation. It could just simply be finding new ways to do certain things that you really maybe haven't thought of before, such as improvising. Like there was a time I can remember when I worked at a retail store and we were trying to figure out how to bring a box up some kind of product that was in the back of the store. If it was some kind of furniture or something, it was a pretty big item. And with the one pallet jack, we weren't able to do it, so we improvised, and one person had one pallet jack and the other put the other one on the other side and found a way to get it up to the get it up to the store. So um, anyway, but this is something to keep in mind. Uranus is connected with computers and electronics, so it could be a time where one may be gaining, maybe there's more work that's involved with these things at this time. It could be even a career that might be connected with this. If you're changing, your transition period as far as careers go, and maybe this is something you might be doing now, or there might be just some simple, there might be some more repair work and things that are connected with computers and electronics at this time. Remember, Saturn can be about laborious efforts. And anatomically speaking, Uranus is connected with the shins, the calves, ankles, nerves. It could be spasms. And the thing too is, and Saturn is chronic debilitation, so it might be something. It might be something Uranus related, anatomically speaking, might be causing more difficulty, might be more chronic at this time. Uh, Another thing is that another way this could manifest? It could also be taking responsibility for maybe bizarre or unorthodox type behavior at this time. It could be also um, really limiting perhaps erratic or sporadic behavior, but something, um, say you have this, say in your sixth house, Uranus in your sixth house as an example. Maybe it could simply be trying to limit or restrict an erratic or sporadic work schedule or history and trying to gain more consistency in that perhaps. Another way this could manifest too, this could be about a father or an older person, which could include a grandparent, might be more prominent in maybe matters with your social networking and social media. Maybe you're involved with this person more so than usual on the internet. It could also be as well group. It could be more group involvement with older people at this time. I mean, say if this is in Sagittarius as an example, it could be with some sports or religious or outdoor group, perhaps, and it may be something too that this could also manifest in laborious work and efforts in conjunction. I mean, say if this is in, say if it's in Aquarius, right? Maybe this is laborious work and efforts in conjunction, you know, with altruistic and selfless efforts as well. Um, if it's in the 12th house, it could be for those that are less fortunate than you, such as the impoverished, the oppressed, the homeless, or the hungry. Uh, say this could also be a time too where when I look at this type of this transit as well, it could be more, responsibility toward your friends at this time. It could be, say if this is, maybe an example, say if this is an Aquarius, it might be toward very unorthodox or astrological friends or ones that are involved with something Aquarius related, such as astrology or astronomy, computers, electronics. Uh, it could be too, where you might feel maybe there's more responsibility toward a friend's unorthodox behavior. Man, I'm not saying your friend is going to climb up the walls, with suction cups on their hands and pretend to be Spider-Man, but this can be a time where you might be, feel like you're taking the rap or something for something your friend did, you know, that maybe wasn't really copacetic, something that was really against some kind of rules or regulations or some policy. It could also be, let's say if it's in Capricorn, say it could be older friends, and sometimes it may be like in Sagittarius, it could be for some practical joke. Maybe somebody played that wasn't really that funny. Maybe you're facing the repercussions for it for some reason. Also, too, Saturn can be about fear. So this could be about fear, maybe in expressing ingenuity or going outside the box. Maybe it's something about even attaining freedom and independence, which may make you more apprehensive and a lot reluctant, more so than usual at this time. Let's say if this is in Virgo in the 11th house as an example, like that idea for the UV cleaner, which could be Virgo, and for the computer keyboard, which could be the 11th house because the 11th house corresponds with computers. Just throwing that out there arbitrarily. And could also be a time too where you might have more difficulties at this time again. Because Saturn could be about chronic debilitations and difficulties. It could be again with something Uranus related. It could be something with the shins, the calves, the nerves, ankles. It could even be shock sensations. Remember, Uranus is about electricity and shocking energy. I have Uranus almost exactly conjunct my sixth house in my natal chart, and I've had very extensive nerve damage to my arms and hands, and it squares my Mercury, which of course Mercury is associated with the hands and the arms, so go figure. Hold on a moment, people. Now, another thing too is that this could also be, manifest in a career that could be Saturn or Uranus related. It could be computers, electronics, astronomy, something where you express a lot of altruism, something with innovation, information, technology. And another way this could actually manifest as well, I stated before about there could be some chronic debilitations that might be Uranus related, but on the other side of the coin, so to speak, Uranus is sporadic and erratic energy, and Saturn could be difficulties and chronic debilitation. So another way this might manifest and pan out is that this could play out in some cases, really having a lot of up and downs and fluctuations with the Saturn type debilitation, or wherever Saturn is positioned as far as the sign that it's in. If there's something, say if it's in Libra, it could be something with the kidneys or the lower back. If it's in Aquarius, perhaps something with the shins, the calves, ankles, the lower legs. Scorpio, maybe something with the bladder or the colon or the prostate. Virgo can be some intestinal issues that might be, you feel like they're kind of up and down at this time. So those are some ways this can manifest and pan out. But anyway, people, that'll conclude this YouTube astrological segment. Until next time, people, Edwin Learnard saying stay well.